What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE News video. Today, we have some awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition has an event scene viewer, plus we have some other details that's going to greatly improve the adventure mode and just characters and everything, guys. There's a lot of details on this. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is launching next month in Japan, so more information is starting to come out. And shout outs to Nintendo Everything for the article here, so let's go ahead and get into some of the good bits of this. Koei Tecmo did confirm that 17 characters are on the initial roster from going through the Legend mode. These include Link, Impa, Sheik, Zelda, Lana, Ganondorf, Darunia, Ruto, Agatha, Midna, Zant, Fi, Girahim, Sia, Volga, Wizro, and Linkle. The other characters can be unlocked. Now next up, we do have a brand new event viewer, which is included in the gallery. You can rewatch event scenes that you've already seen. Also, another really big feature is the card shop, and the item cards that you've previously obtained in adventure mode can be purchased with rupees. Now, why this is a big deal, because you no longer have to reload maps in the adventure mode. You can just go to the shop, the card shop, and you can buy them with rupees. So that is going to save you a ton of time. That is going to make things a lot more playable, and it's just going to make things better for just the quality of your life when you're going through this game. Because I've stated this before, and I'll go ahead and state it again, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition might have the most content that I have seen released in like an 8th generation game at this point. It doesn't include some type of online multiplayer or consistent updates after the fact, like let's say like an online like Call of Duty type of game or something like that. This has so much content that you can play through single player by yourself. It is absolutely insane, and even doing something like that is even going to make things better. All those people that like to grind through the adventure mode and get everything, just it was kind of a slog doing it on the Wii U, and now it's even going to be better doing it on the Nintendo Switch. So I actually really like that. Now here's a couple more tidbits that we do have. The challenge mode is returning to Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. This was available on the Wii U version through an update, but it was not available through the Nintendo 3DS version. Plus there's some other details on some of the other characters' weapons as well. And also just to let you guys know, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition does feature the system from Hyrule Warriors Legends on the 3DS that lets you switch characters on the map. So you can actually go into the map with a party of characters, and then you can switch those characters on the fly. Fire Emblem Warriors also did that, and various other Dynasty Warriors games have done that before in the past. But that is a very nice addition and really kind of changes things up quite a bit, because you can level up a lot faster now, because you can actually plan your strategies and tactics a lot better with multiple different characters that you can put into the battles. So Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for me is a definite buy. It is definitely worth the money that they're charging, because it is going to be a full $60 price release, because you have all that DLC, you have all that content, plus you have actual gameplay improvements that make the experience a lot better than what you played on Hyrule Warriors Legends on the 3DS or Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. So I'm really looking forward to this game, and I can't wait to get into the adventure mode because of that new card shop, man. That's going to make things so much better. So what do you guys think about Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition in terms of the changes that they've added in? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, we do have an interview with the SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy producer, and he talked about the Nintendo Switch demographic and how this game is going to fit into it and how they feel it's going to do. And I kind of wanted to highlight that in addition to what they talked about when it comes to the development on the Nintendo Switch version. So here is the first question. When did development begin? Was the game originally planned for the Nintendo Switch, or was the system considered later on? Here's what he had to say. Development began about 1 year ago. We started working on the Nintendo Switch version in the middle of development. So it started out on PS4 only first. They're like, you know what? We should probably have a Switch version. Now here's the next question. Where did you see yourselves fitting in the Switch demographic? And are you hoping to have new players that may or may not have history with fighting games, or SNK in general, find this game accessible? Here's what he had to say on the matter. With the success of Arcade Archives, NewZ on the Nintendo Switch, I believe that SNK is becoming more recognizable. Many people do believe that fighting games are difficult to play, but with this title, I would like to give people the chance to get to know SNK's fighting games and its wonderful cast of characters. So there is more to the interview. You can check out Nintendo Everything, link in the description below if you want to see all of it. And I'd have to say with this game, I think it's going to do very well. All of the SNK games on the Nintendo Switch and the Arcade Archives have done really well. Nintendo fans are really wanting to play these games on the go, because for many of us, a lot of the old school fans out there, none of us could afford a Neo Geo. It was just too tough, it was too expensive, and none of us could play it. So you only got to play it every now and then, or if you went to the arcades, you could play the game. So being able to have these classics, games that were literally like $250 at times and something like that, to be able to buy it for so much cheaper and anywhere that you want, and great arcade emulation on the Nintendo Switch is a dream come true for many people out there. So I do feel that this game is probably going to do pretty well on the Nintendo Switch. It seems like a game that fits right in with what Switch players want to have, which is an accessible fighting game, but at the same time doesn't need to be the most craziest in depth, for example, like Super Smash Bros. Now, I'm not comparing it saying that it's as good. I'm just saying that Smash Bros. Is accessible, but at the same time, it's not so crazy in depth where you won't be able to do some combos and things like that. So I think this game is going to fit in well, and it's going to do really good on the Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy on the Nintendo Switch? Are you guys excited for this title? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here, Tatsumi Kimishima actually commented on the stock situation when it comes to the Nintendo Switch, and there's just a ton of information that he talked about, so I don't want to go over everything and read what he had to say, but basically what he said here is that while the stock situation has been getting better, we were able to secure new manufacturing, we were able to get more parts, we had to make sure everything ran correctly, because at the beginning we just didn't have enough Nintendo Switch systems. And he also talked about how this kind of led back to the Wii U, because they didn't think that they just sell enough. They were planning on selling 10 million in 1 year, and obviously they're selling a lot more than 10 million in 1 year, so they had to kind of on the fly adjust things based on the Wii U, based on the projections and everything, but they were able to do so. However, everything isn't completely cleared up in terms of stock situation in Japan. Now, things in other countries are a little bit better when it comes to the US and when it comes to some parts of Europe, but still there are parts in Europe that don't have enough stock for the Nintendo Switch. And there are also parts of Japan that still doesn't have enough stock for the Nintendo Switch. They pretty much sell out their allotment. They had a huge push for the end of the year, which they did sell a lot, but things have kind of scaled back just a little bit because they did bring out that big push and can't bring out as many more units as they want, but they're steadily getting better. Things are improving in Japan. You're seeing the sales rate be right at around 50,000 units sold or more or less on any given week, and I think that once the bigger games start coming out, we know Bayonetta just launched. I don't think that's going to be a huge seller in Japan, but I do think that it's going to help out a bit, or at least maintain the minimum sales rate that they're going through. Plus you have stuff like Kirby that's coming out very soon. You also have Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, which did well on the Wii U and helped a bit there, so I'm thinking that it is going to help out in Japan. Plus all of that content, you can play it anywhere that you want. I think it's going to be the ideal version for a lot of Japanese gamers out there and for just people around the world. So I do think that Nintendo is improving the situation. Tatsumi Kimishima has done a fantastic job in terms of kind of riding the ship when it comes to adjusting fast, making those adjustments so they can get Nintendo Switch units out quicker, and on top of that, they even air-shipped out Nintendo Switch units to the US in order to get them out faster, which is a lot more expensive than shipping them by boat, which Nintendo usually does in order to save money, but they actually air-shipped a lot of them out there last year at some point. So I do think that the situation is getting better, but they can always do more things in order to make things better in Japan and make things better overall. But the US is pretty good, because every time I go to the store, they only have like a unit or two Switches there. I never see more than like 6 or 7, so people are constantly buying them and they're constantly getting restocked. So I'm actually really happy about that. I don't care about outselling PS4 or Xbox One. All I care about is making sure that they're selling good, so we can continue to get stuff like SNK Heroines added in because of the great sales, because people are continuing to pick up the system. More people that pick up the system, the more sales of games, therefore more developers are confident that their game can sell on the Nintendo Switch. So that's all I care about, and that's exactly what's happening. So what do you guys think about the whole stock situation in Japan, in addition to all the different articles that I talked about here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the webs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Also, make sure you check out our Twitch channel as well. We are trying to get to 1,000 followers, and we will have an exclusive live stream when we do get there, plus a giveaway. So make sure you give our Twitch a follow as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace.